Hello and welcome to Inspired Mama Acceleration. My name is Chelsea Harris. I've probably been talking to you on the phone, one of my beautiful health coaches has, and I just want to welcome you to this wonderful program. Now, I'm the founder of this company and so passionate about helping mums with their health because I know I have been there and I know what it feels like just to be in that space where you just want to change your life, you want to see change. 10 or 12 years ago, I was in a space where I was very skeptical. I had tried so many different diets. I had tried shake diets, I tried fasting, calorie counting, and I just couldn't find something that was sustainable for me. And it just made me think, there's got to be more to this. Healthy people aren't walking around counting calories and mapping and tracking their food and exercising like mad hatters. They're just not doing it. So what are they doing? And at that point, I had literally tried it all. If there was something that I could have put my money towards, whether it be fat blaster pills or online fads, I had done it all. And so I was at this point where I was just like, I haven't got any more time for these crazy restrictions. And I felt in a state of overwhelm because I'd tried so many things and I had such limited results. And so I understand if you're coming in and you're in a space where you're saying, in the beginning you're thinking, how can this be different to other diets? How can this be different to other lifestyle changes? And that word lifestyle is really vital in this because I want to change your life and the lifestyle that you're leading. Because I know if I can help you find something that makes you feel really good on a daily basis, where you have realistic expectations of what you need to be achieving on a daily basis and on a weekly basis to be hitting your goals. If I can help you do that and help you structure your time and help you manage your mindset and help you eat healthier foods, you're going to enjoy it. You're going to feel really good. And you're going to want to do this for every day for the rest of your life. And that's what this is about. This is not a 28-day challenge. This is not about joining Acceleration for 12 weeks. This is so much more. Sure, you've made a commitment to Acceleration for 12 weeks, but you're an inspired mama for life. You have access to Acceleration and the portal, the community, my coaching forever. This doesn't end after 12 weeks. You're doing this forever. This is a commitment to lifelong learning and a commitment to this lifestyle and this journey forever and finding something that works for you forever. That's what this is about, okay? So please know straight away that we have to find something that fits with you and your family, and that's what Acceleration is all about. It's about a tailor-made program for you and where you're at. Now, I know coming into this, you're probably feeling quite overwhelmed. That it's always a big commitment to, financially and mentally, to say, okay, I'm gonna work on myself. I'm gonna change this for good. I'm not gonna sit as a passenger of my life anymore, and I'm gonna step up and make the changes that I deserve and become that person that feels internally happy and fulfilled, and be that really positive role model for my 5 kids. And that can be quite an overwhelming decision to make as a mother. I get that, especially when you already feel time poor, right? And given that many of the women I've worked with and that my coaches worked with, they have limited self-belief because they've tried so many things on so many occasions and not had the success. And of course that builds up this persona that we feel that we're not capable and we're not worthy of changing this. And then that sort of infiltrates in our areas of our life and stops us from really committing to things and making changes. But that's okay. I know that's how you feel and that's where you're at. And that's what we're gonna work on throughout this program and well and truly beyond. We're gonna find something that works for you, fits in with your family, makes you feel good. That's my goal. So how am I gonna do that? Well, I'm gonna assess your daily routines and your rituals. I'm gonna look at what you're doing on a daily basis. I'm gonna be looking at your habits and your behaviors, the way that you respond to stress and emotions, the way you respond to the environment around you. And I'm gonna start to look at what things are pushing you forward as an individual and what things are holding you back and stopping you from getting the results that you deserve. I'm going to dive deep into talking to you around managing your mindset, your internal belief systems, particularly your internal dialogue, and get you into a space where you start to lift yourself up and talk really positively to yourself rather than put yourself down. Because I know a lot of women that join Acceleration are just in a space where they feel stressed, overwhelmed, they feel quite negative. They're struggling to find what they're grateful for on a daily basis. They're very self-loathing. They feel really crappy about themselves. And that's not what this is about. This is about empowering yourself again, making you feel really good, and then making you realize that you are capable of changing whatever you want. It doesn't depend on what you achieved yesterday. You can achieve whatever you want moving into the future. We just have to redesign that life and work towards it together. So Inspired Mumma is a huge personal development program. It's ultimately a 13-week program because you have the prep week for your first week, and then you have the 12 weeks of blogs and tutorials which are available to you. And every single week, what is in that week is structured and put there because that's the emotional state and the place that you're in. So week 1's all about goal setting. Week 2's all about managing your stress. Week 5 is about, you know, adjusting your diet and your lifestyle and working out what foods you want to bring back in. So another week is about managing your hormones and your gut health. So just know that I have written acceleration based on a mother's journey and where she's going to be at different stages in the program. And so for you to be able to get the most out of this, you have to be watching the blogs and the content that's available within that week on that week. Because I have mums who watch it the week later, and then what they find is that they've missed it and it wasn't available to them when they really needed it. Or they'll watch it the week later and be like, oh, I should have watched that because that's what I really needed to hear last week, and that's where I was really at mentally, and I know that, and that's why I've structured it like that. So please, it's really imperative that you keep up with the blogs and tutorials from week to week. It is personal development time. I'm going to be talking to you about structuring that time in, and that first week in our coaching calls for prep week is about time management and, you know, doing your schedule and getting all these questions off the table. So if you've got any questions, make sure you write them down in your journal, and we'll be going through them in our first coaching call. But what I want you to do is start to think about when you're going to factor in time to be focusing on yourself, the tutorials and the blogs, and then you can be obviously doing journaling and reflecting, just learning to manage your state better, improve your overall health, improve your eating habits, moving your body, organization, all those sorts of things. It really is a whole life overhaul. Acceleration is not just for weight loss, it's overall mental and physical health. Now, every week in the beginning, in the first few weeks, you're gonna have scheduled calls, then they're gonna move to fortnightly. If I feel that you're needing more support, then we'll bring them back to weekly. And you know, just know that I'm always on the other side of the phone. I'm always here to support you. Mums message me on a daily basis, and I love that. I love the fact that these mums, all mums, my clients, become my friends. I have very, very strong connections with these women. And then we become, you know, life partners at this, which is just so beautiful. It's such a wonderful relationship, and I'm so passionate about it. So don't ever feel like you're harassing me or you're bothering me. I want you to harass me. I want you to bother me. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to support you, keep you on track, and be that guidance and that network that you can fall into and ask questions of. So make sure you schedule those calls, put them into your calendar. If you think that you can't make the call, please let me know well in advance. My calendar does book up very quickly, and people are able to book into my calendar through an online system. So if you have a call booked and then you suddenly want to change it, I can't promise that you're going to get another call that week. It may not be almost for a fortnight sometimes. So it's really imperative that you let me know as soon as you think that you can't make a call, and I will try and reschedule it where possible. Also, with the tutorials and blogs, I encourage you to watch all those tutorial and blogs for the current week that you're up to before we have that call, because I discuss with you what you've taken away from those tutorials and those blogs, and then we work out what your goals are going to be moving forward. So we do goal setting in our calls. You have targets that you want to meet that we discuss, and then what we do is we discuss them from call to call, and that helps your growth. And of course, the more tutorials and blogs that you watch, the more you grow as an individual, the more you reflect, and the more we can work through as a team. So, what's available in the portal? Well, there's a huge amount of stuff. Weeks 1 to 12 are going to be all locked to you. They only unlock as they are required and as you enter that week. I do that because mums used to get so excited they just want to read ahead and they just overwhelm themselves. I'm going to let you know now, the portal is massive. I can't explain to you how much time and effort and love from myself has gone into building that portal. There's so much information in there. Your primary job right now is only to focus on the prep for success and the 4 I's accountability. Please don't go diving into the tips and tricks and trying to open up all the other mental health docs and infinite potential and all these other things. Know that's all available to you, and I'm going to help you get there and help you get through that all on a needs basis. When we're having conversations, if I feel that there's something that you need help around, whether it's be managing a certain state of mind or emotional eating or time management or food prep or whatever it is, I will point you in the direction of where you can find that information in the portal. Please don't overwhelm yourself in the first week with trying to read it, because there is just no way that you can get through that much content. And so really it's only prep for success and 4 hours accountability before that first coaching call. Please just focus on those 2 sections. That's all I want you to target for this week. Once we get into the program, things are unlocked. As I said, when I notice that there's a need in you, I recommend Infinite Potential webinars. Now, Infinite Potential webinars are run fortnightly by myself or another health coach. And what they do is they just target a particular topic that we're noticing that is coming up with our mums. So sometimes it might be like I've got Infinite Potential webinars on the fear of failure, on managing your state, on how to turn your shoulds into musts. What else have we got in there? To be honest, heaps of topics, so many topics. They're generally about an hour-long training. It's a podcast style format. You can either watch a PowerPoint along with the podcast or you can just listen to it. I am trying to turn a lot of my audio or my trainings now into audio so that mums can just listen to it if they have a chance when they're driving, that sort of thing. And then they can come back to and write notes off the PowerPoint if they choose to later. If I'm working with you in a coaching session, I may get you to watch an Infinite Potential webinar before we do our coaching call, and then I have aligning worksheets ultimately, or course coaching sheets that and strategies and things that I'll do with you, which come from my social worker background. And then what I'll do is work through certain things that are coming up for you in that point in time and help you overcome them so we can set goals around them and mentally move forward in that space. So this is really just about you making a commitment to yourself. This is about you raising your standards, turning your shoulds into musts, and me helping you be accountable. And through this, and throughout all of the program, this is learning, for me, I'm teaching you how to be intrinsically motivated, find that inner drive within, and why this really matters to you, and that gut feeling that like I need to make a commitment to this, and I need to change as a person because I deserve better. And achieving to the level of which you want to raise your standards. So it might be, there's no cookie cutter approach to this. There's nothing that I'm going to tell you that, okay, you've got to be exercising 4 times a week and you're going to be meditating 5 days a week and you're going to be doing your food prep on Sunday. I'm not like that. That's not how I roll. That's not what I'm going to be doing. We're going to be working out what we think is a realistic standard for you in the beginning. We're going to do goal setting about who you want to be after 12 weeks, who you want to be after 12 months. And we're going to narrow that down to what that looks like on a monthly, a weekly, and a daily basis. And then we're going to break that down so that you can actually achieve those goals and know that accumulatively, all those things are going to add up. And you're going to become a better individual. You're going to grow. You're going to learn from your mistakes. We're all going to hit hurdles. I'm going to hit the hurdles with you and help you learn from them and grow. And then the great thing about that is that moving forward, you will see that you can't fail at this lifestyle. And so you'll just keep pushing, trying, expanding, dreaming, changing. And the wonderful thing is at the end of that, you're gonna have this mindset where you know that you can achieve whatever you put your mind to. And that is what I wanna focus on. I wanna create this unstoppable, unwavering faith in your own ability that you've got this. And from that point forward, you can do it on your own with the support of the Inspired Mama community, which is a beautiful community. And I'm not going to tell you all about that community because it's a huge community, but I encourage you to jump into the Facebook group. This is a very, very imperative part of the program. Being the more that a woman is, or a mum is integrated and interconnected within the community, the better results she gets. So get in there and jump into the challenges. I'll talk further through those with you in that first call, but just know you've got a whole network around you. This is not just me. You're not doing this on your own. This is not just your family anymore. This is a whole community of women who are here to support you and to help you and to make sure you reach all those goals that you have for yourself. So your first step is to jump straight into the Prep for Success. Start reading through that content, jotting down what's relevant for you in your journal, any questions that you have in there as well. Watch the 4 hours accountability video, read through that content as well, and then get ready for our first call. Because this is the beginning of your new life.